the next one on my nifty little list is another Seabloom villa. This one goes by the title of Elven Spring Cottage and is done by Lilith. And, you know, there's something to this house, but there's also something to the aptitude and way in which people in the community are just taking houses somewhere else, taking in places, lofty heights. And I shall take us there. Wow. Okay, wow. Oh, wow, Lilith. Oh, wow, look, everyone, look. Oh, my. Oh, this is so dramatic. Little friend here. Hello. How do you do? Can I boop your snoot? Just gently. No, I will be very careful. Boop. Wow. Oh, wow, Lilith. This is so dramatic. And what a landscaping job. What imagination. Gorgeous color palette. Exactly the right dots of pink and soft purples in the beautiful, glorious green. Amazing, really amazing choices. I've spoken about that vendor a couple of times in Skingrad. What an amazing bridge too. Lovely fuchsias here, so gorgeous. The windows, everybody, look at that. Amazing. What you can do with mirrors, everyone. Beautiful, beautiful shrubberies here. And the ginkgos. I know I keep meandering about them, but their behavior is just so glorious and dramatic. So beautiful. What an amazing bridge. How gorgeous. And adding a waterfall here, a water feature into the abode that continues on yonder beneath the bridge. Oh, look, look, everyone. This is truly spring. Fantastic lighting. Lilith, we are lucky. It is sunny, somewhat sunny. Oh, this is so dreamy. So beautiful, so stunning. Absolutely stunning. And also such a dramatic reimagination and redesign. And of course you have stunning, gorgeous vistas here, but They are framed and set into this very specific scenery that Lilith has created here for us to behold. Gorgeous, gorgeous archways. Fantastic eye for detail here, for color. You can see those wonderful lilies here. So dramatic. Gorgeous, gorgeous flower choices. I love those boulders. Beautiful tree trunks. Those trees, I'm sure all of you, if you've not been acquainted yet with that particular vendor in Skingrad, you must go and visit them and you might fall in love with all they have on offer. These stunning, gorgeous, gorgeous trees. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just how, sometimes I wonder how Elven Spring Cottage, everyone. The Elven Spring Cottage truly is here. What a brilliant eye for shapes, for architecture here too. Those window choices there. It's so brilliant. So dramatic. Little butterfly here. Hello. I'll hold out my finger and you boop, yes? Wow. What a dramatic build, everyone. Look. Little butterflies here too. Another dramatic water feature. Elegantly framing a stunning vista here. Such a lovely, wonderful flower and floral arrangement here. Gorgeous ideas. This is so special. Oh, also nice idea. Creating very unique seeds here. Little bit of reading material here as well. These pinks in the green. These wonderful contrasts. Those wonderful vines there too is so inspiring. Such a transformed place, filled with so much beauty. Every angle I turn to is a magnificent vista to behold. So smart. The lighting here is so smart, so elegant, so gorgeous, really teasing out the gnarliness of the tree trunks. The layering job is just so superb. Looking for that specifically overgrown, naturally grown and designed abode that has always been here. Just like Loimas's abode has always been there, of course. It feels that way to me. Absolutely stunning. These cobbles there, this is so smart, utilizing, oopsie, I kind of fell off. like you do when you when you step back to try to give the audience a better view of what it is that you're looking at. Those altars there, I think those are the altars, the Alanori ones. That is really fantastic. The attention to detail here, the color choices with the rhododendrons, just layering another different kind of pink slowly into the lower part here of the scenery, and then having the brighter pinks with more white in them. Just ascend there and dot the scenery is, yeah. Yeah, it's, Gasto, it is very, very beautiful. Stunning, really, and the way in which the house, the cottage is designed, and the pathway towards it, these arches, very dramatic lighting. Look, just look, when you light your places in a specific way, you tease out the textures well. You help them shine, you help them bring more plasticity to your design, creating beauty in this way, unique elegance. Wonderful job here with the trellises too, and the layering. This is so amazing. Just magnificent. So magnificent. Wonderful addition here with the pergola too. Have you heard the little kitty? Can you hear them? Oh wow, look everyone, look. Oh, what a lovely job. Fantastic window choice there. Very dramatic lighting, gorgeous, gorgeous fireplace. Look at that scene. Fantastic flower choices, amazing bookshelf choices too. That layering is magnificent. The lambs are just divine. The cobbles here are just superb. The mantle is beautifully designed. Fantastic chairs that were used here. That is a good question. We shall see. I think it might be on home tours. Oh, beautiful. Well, then you must bring her here. This is so beautiful. This is just the lighting here. Every single choice, all the choices that Lilith made here, they are absolutely divine on purpose. So elegant. Like the chairs. It's just so elegant to see and to behold. Oh wow. Okay. Just wow, look everyone, look. Maybe like so, wow. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, you know, some of the designers, you just, whenever you see their name appear on one of those wonderful lists, you can be excited because you're going to see something special because they are such masters. Well, howdy there, Revi. Welcome, welcome. And yes, it's beautiful. It is so beautiful, it almost hurts. Just Lilith always manages to melt our hearts away, to douse us in light and beauty and make us rethink housing and what to do and how to go about housing and how unique and elegant every single build is. I think I've never seen a Lilith build that wasn't just bending the rules of housing and pushing boundaries, which is so helpful because it's something we can all learn from. It's something that we can study and ask Lilith questions and wonder in amazement. Just, just such a joy to behold. These are the people we learn from. Yes, Revi, I agree. And I mean, I think during the wonderful garden party contest of the Divine Design Alliance, Lilith had a built-in too. That is truly inspired and divine, of course. And we had a conversation, and Thunderthigh was saying that Lilith would make a great illustrator, and I was venturing forth that maybe she is. And Lilith then confirmed in chat, not in Twitch chat, but she confirmed with us that this is so. So yes, of course, there are a number of people in the housing community who are designers in real life, who create because they are either illustrators or graphic designers or work in that particular industry or field. I also know a wonderful lady who creates level designs in games as well. So it's a very rich community of all different walks of life with so much different experience and background that it's enriching this community. And as you say, Ravi, we can learn from that. We are privileged to learn from masters, right? And I've said this about many designers because there are so many wonderful designers who are true masters at what they do. It's a real craft, and it requires vision. It requires a certain attitude towards housing and maybe even inspiration. Sometimes the designers don't need inspiration to just create something special, but that is what makes the housing community so magnificent, so great, because it's so rich and you always learn something new. No matter where I go to visit, I always learn something new. Revi. You know, sure, we can talk about sometimes it's also a gift, right? But um, it art is also a craft. And I think I've talked about this before, mentioning Honoré de Balzac and the chef oeuvre Inconnu, because that is a book that, well, booklet maybe, it is not very long, that ultimately talks about the relationship of artistry and how it might, I mean, it revolves around painters, so it has something to do with painters in general. It's talking about how important it is that artists have connection to one another, talk to each other, and study the other's art and help each other out in the sense of honing skills and reminding them that there's a little bit of perfectionism involved in it, and there's a little bit of, you could add more life here. Like, there's a conversation in the book where an older artist, an older painter who has a lot of experience and was taught by one of the true masters, and he goes to critique another wonderful painter's painting or work in progress, and he tells them, I can see what you're trying to do here, but then he talks of the painting not being alive, that they have achieved to depict the natural piece, which is a woman in the picture, a wonderful lady, I should say, but all life has departed her. The light is not right, and the contours are too two-dimensional. And he goes about showing that younger artist, a little bit, prideful too, how to deal with that situation. And he goes into a philosophical conversation saying, well, what is the purpose of art? And he basically says that the purpose is not to copy nature, but to express nature. And he reminds the painters, there are two painters with him, that their job is not to be a copyist, but an expressionist. And of course, there's a whole school around that. And about the little booklet, it takes place in Paris in a specific house that is also mentioned in the book. And the edition that I have and the edition that was released years later after it was written was illustrated by Pablo Picasso. And the backstory of that is that Picasso was told that that particular house that is part of this story of Honoré de Balzac was not only a real house, but it was open for rent. And so Picasso rented it and went to work in it. And that is the precise house where Guernica was created. So the interconnectedness of the art and the way in which art is a gift in one way, and the other, it is a craft too that needs to be honed. Some people are gifted with gorgeous voices or fantastic songwriting. Like Bob Dylan is a fantastic songwriter, but there are other people who have sung his songs and did it better than he did. Because, forgive me for saying this, but I feel like Bob Dylan hasn't honed his voice all that much as he could. And so I do see your point that, of course, those who have been gifted with beautiful artistry in their veins, maybe it's in their blood too, you know, that that it is just you labor and labor and labor, and they just whip it out in no time. That can be fascinating to see, but it also takes practice and honing, because if you as an artist become complacent and you may be too prideful, you lose a lot, and you may you know fall a little bit, which would be terrible, which would be so terrible. I just can stand here staring at this magnificent piece. Can you see all the cobbles, everyone? Can you just see this dramatic vision that Lilith has designed here? All the intricacies, everything that's been placed here is so purposefully added, is created with such great attention to detail. It's so dramatic. Just the chair alone, you know, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. This chair is just, it's 4 pieces, everyone, at the very least, to create a unique one. Ah, there's cheese and wine and bread and grapes and a wonderful book. The beautiful floral arrangement here too. What a magnificent fireplace. Gorgeously lit, fantastic mantle. Such drama. It's a beautiful choice. Beautiful, just stunning choices. It's a very lovely idea here with the frame of the door. Letting it peek through a little bit. I wonder how long this took. Oh, so dramatic. Visionary. So visionary. And, you know, everyone started somewhere and had to learn a thing or two about housing. It's so smart utilizing that Aelid piece and those wonderful Colovian furnishings. They do really help, and they marry so well and blend well into this design. Amazing. Lovely letters there too. The base house, this is the Seabloom villa. Would you like me to show you? I can show you, Revi, because I think you should see. I think you should really, really see this and be stunned and in awe. I mean, I'm sure you are already, but so you do see the entree is the entree. But here we are. There's a little friend here waiting. Elven Spring Cottage is what it's called. A Seabloom villa. And you meander across a beautiful waterfall cascading along here into our little pond. So dramatic. And of course, the Seabloom has completely disappeared because, of course, we are at the Elven Spring Cottage. An entirely different abode, just like Loimus's is an entirely different abode. Beautiful little butterfly here. Gorgeous, just so gorgeous. Everywhere you turn, you have a vista that just takes you somewhere. You see elegant cobbles and beautiful bouquets. Dramatic. So dramatic. I've spoken about that vendor a couple of times. In Skingrad, everyone, there once was a lovely vendor who's got a lot of lovely trees. Trunks, if you look for those two. You might fall in love and never want to leave them. Get all the shinies and adore the vistas here. This beautiful, beautiful place that Lilith has designed. It's so amazing. It's so amazing. So stunning even. In many of Lilith's builds, you are forgetting where you are. You are in Lilith's world, not in the original house. Some designers are magicians and gifted taking us places, taking us on a wild ride, just like during that lovely contest that just happened. That I hope all of you enjoyed. Seeing all the beauty and the gorgeousness. I really love this. This is so well done. Oh, Lilith. Lilith, every time. Oh, she does it every time, everyone. Every single time. Every single time I see a Lilith build is a showstopper. It's filled with drama and joy and beauty and gorgeousness and so much detail. It's so difficult to move a little bit faster. Trellises, yes, so beautiful. So beautiful. Yes, I heard you, Kitty. I've not booped your snoot yet. It's a crime, really. Magnificent. Beautiful, beautiful painting choice, and the lighting, everyone. Teasing out the gnarliness in those wonderful, glorious branches, roots, and then this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous place. Chandelier, so brilliantly done. Beautiful. Just this eye, this amazing eye for detail here. Beautiful. Hmm. Monomyth, the heart of the world. Fantastic. Well, you should, Revi. You most certainly should. This is the second Seabloom I'm showing tonight, and it's not going to be the last Seabloom either. Apparently, when I asked everyone for spring, for a spring-themed house, many of them thought, okay, my Seabloom will be perfect, which is fantastic. I love it because you get to see the vision of different designers for the very same abode, and you can see just how dramatic the changes are. So, Ravi, if you've not been to Loimas's Seabloom, go visit. It's mind blowing. Too. This was the first Seabloom I showed before I swapped over to EU, and this is the first house on EU, and it is a Seabloom. Now, I'm really thrilled when this happens, when there's multiple visions and perspectives to the same house, because it just shows you so much as possible in one and the same place. And it's an example of this notion that you're only limited in housing by two things: the slot limit and your imagination. Sure, there are also other constraints that that housing does have, but you can push those quite substantially. So it's I really do think that this can really be a teaching moment. Just so lovely little trunk here, and oh wow, look, the kobolds, all the kobolds. This is so dramatic. This is so dramatic, little kitty. How do you cope being in this beauty? Also, you were in Loimas's house too. And I'm gonna boop that snoot. Boop boop. And look, everyone, look. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a beautiful, gorgeous bed. Oh, so dramatically built, so elegant. The layering here is just so superb. Divine, even. Ah, How to Scribe, very good book to read. And a little friend. There's a little friend in bed. Oh, and more books. Yes, more books, little kitty. Fuchsias there. Gorgeous lighting and fantastic choices here with those A-lit pieces. They are glorious. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I do appreciate the little follow, Odio. I hope I'm not butchering your name. So no, you don't have to feel obliged to say anything. All of you in the shadows, you can lurk, as always. Oh, this is so sweet. Can you see honored ancestors here? Wonderful quill and a stack of papers and such beautiful, beautiful flower arrangement here too on this magnificent desk. Uh-oh. Is the butterfly coming to boop your snoot? See, you have a very boopable snoot. Oh, gorgeous. I think this is a letter. I'm not sure which one. Oopsie. Mayhaps it's not a letter? Oh, this a scroll bound. Almost looked like a letter. Beautiful. This is so beautiful. A really, really dramatic build. And this window, look everyone, just look. Just look. Lilith, how? Also, do you bring offerings to certain deities? And if so, how many? How often? What kind? Where did this inspiration hit you? Where does it come from? How long did it take? What was the most fiddliest? I know I have a lot of questions and I'm asking them into this room. Maybe one fine day Lilith will answer them all. Oh, so stunning. I think this door might be, yes, very good. I had to make sure though. Dramatic. Pure joy. Is this a good spot? Probably. But we can't see the kitty. Kitty, very important. Which bookshelf is around the fake door? We shall find out. I mean, the chaiselong you also see here. It's a scholarium door. Not a bookshelf at all, unless you mean up there, the Lalu ones. No, that's all right. That's completely fine, darling. Also, there is a shelf here too. This is Telvani even, and Lalu. It makes complete sense to, a lot of people have started to design multiple glorious, very unique furnishings in this way by simply layering pieces. And yeah, I think one of the true masters, we are in their presence right now here in Lilith's house, finding out what furnishings will work. I think I'm mistaken with the chair. The chair is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. I thought it was 4, but it's 5. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5. 5 pieces. Actually, also 5 different chairs. Which is quite something. And, you know, this is where... Hello there, Red Fox Princess. I hope you have a lovely, wonderful time. We are currently in Lilith's wonderful abode. Maybe you have been here before too. If not, you have to come. You have to visit and see this beauty, this visionary home. This is so wonderful. We get to see so many different visions of the Seabloom and what everyone has done with it. And I was just saying that that chair is 5 different chairs. Yeah, if I'm not entirely mistaken, it's 5, I think, yeah. You must come here. You absolutely must come here, Red Fox Princess. You must. Is the law. Just this is the 3rd time. I have to. I'm so sorry. I'm torturing all of you, but look. It's mind-blowingly beautiful. There's 2 snoots to... technically 3 snoots plus 4 to boop, but with a couple you must be very, very careful when you come here, Red Fox Princess. They are very fragile. Not this one though. Little water feature, and what a bridge. Maneuvering into a pond. And I hope you can, when you're here, you see all the cobbles and the genius, the amazing designs. When I stood at the entree the first time, I said this is a great use of mirrors and elegance, pure elegance, and such joy. An amazing place. Look, those are the very fragile snoots that I was saying. When you come here and want to boop them, maybe just hold out your finger. Beautiful. It's so gorgeous. Look, just look. I mean, the vista, of course, is there. The Seabloom does have vistas that you can play with. And this is most certainly what Lilith has done here, playing with vistas and giving us another gorgeous example of artistic vision and pure joy and beauty, a passion exuding from this too for housing. I love and joy for it. Again, the lighting. I keep telling all of you to light your furnishings, your place as well. It can make or break a build, and is so important. So important that I keep emphasizing it over and over and over again. And then here you're presented with this gorgeous place. Is your nemesis, really? Revi, but why? Yes, Kitty, why? See, she agrees. She agrees. She wants to know why. Yeah, a couple of tricks with housing and with lighting, of course. Sometimes it helps to hide candles. Just sink them into furnishings. It takes so many lights, really. Yeah, so we'll also say Vala stones or crystals. veiled crystals can be very, very powerful sources of light. And you don't even have to have them direct. Like indirect lighting in houses is sometimes what really, really teases out the beauty and the textures and the contours. And particularly with statues, that is something that you can play around with. Just go into like one of your storage houses where you have a bunch of statues, Revi. Bring a couple of candles, those the very cheapest ones. Um, Light them and hide them in the statue at specific places, and you'll see what difference that makes. And you can wherever you decide to place the candle, it makes a difference in the contour and the texture of the statue and what you're highlighting in particular. So that's one trick. And of course, yeah, also dwarven miniature suns can also be very, very powerful lighting. They don't even need a ton to really, really light up a place. Just in sometimes one is enough to just light the whole scenery, or one or two Vala stones can do Kulanda stones too as well. And also the trick, another trick that some of you are probably familiar with, when you put Vala and Kulanda together, like smooch them together, they create a white light. Same also with stalks. And again, you don't necessarily have to show them, as in they don't have to be visible. Sometimes their light spills far enough into what it is that you want to light that it creates a subtle, soft, gentle atmosphere rather than being out there in your face, right? So think of housing as, you know, this magical place where things can be of a they have properties that allow you to do things with furnishings that you would normally not be able to do. I mean, just divorce yourself from this idea that the behavior in housing is anything like housing anywhere else, and forget that things are called something and just look for a specific form, a specific color, to quote Kids on Dark, to just look for that precise thing you want in your build. Like for instance here, the armchairs. The armchair here has wonderful arms, right? It's two chairs that are the arm basically. But of course, there's two chairs here that also have arms. Actually, one or two, one. And then there's another one that gives you a nice little cushion too. So bending the rules a little bit and thinking of furnishings being just textures that you can sink stuff in, like it's mesh. And when you let go and things are placed, the magic just happened. And also quit thinking that you can't do things. You all can. Just keep at it. All of these magnificent designers started somewhere. No? All of you! All of you, you must come here. Bring all your friends. Show them around. Find your favorite spot. Favorite and recommend, and of course, Send only kind messages, messages of appreciation to dear Lilithnya. And if you have questions, then send those as well. And I'm sure Lilith is going to be happy to answer them for you. And I shall have a look where we will go next.